Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Tinker77, and it's early in the morning here. I got up a little bit early today. I have to go to work in just a little bit, but I thought I'd get a little bit of recording time in. So here I am, and I'm drinking some coffee. Yes. Coffee. Do you like coffee in the morning? What's your go-to to pick me up in the morning for you? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, so I think for today, we're going to start out with something I wanted to do last time, but I didn't get done. And that is a way to get everything from my backpack into here easier. If you look at my backpack, I put some random stuff in here, but basically there's different things in here. And I would have to bring this down into my inventory and then go into here and then move it in. And that is a pain. So what I want to do here is we're using integrated dynamics, and there are things like importers and stuff like that. So let's see if we can make an importer. Let's see, it's integrated dynamics import. It's an importer, item importer right there. And you can see it takes an item interface and a variable input variable transformer. And we made those in the last episode. So we're going to have that. And we got advanced item importing, and we're going to need one of these here. We made a bunch of these variable cards. We're going to need that to show off what we're going to do here. Also, I want to get the way I'm going to do this and make it look correct. So I'm going to use another one of these logic cables, and I'm going to put this to the side here. And then I'm going to put the, you can put it on the end or whatever you want to do. I'm going to put it right here so that I can see it. I can put the backpack right here. Now, this is a list. I just right-clicked on this importer. You can do different things, but I'm just going to say import all items. And what you can do is you put the variable card in the slot, which basically says, like, turns on the, well, there we go, item importing. But that sets it up so that it will import everything out of whatever you have connected to this spot. But what we're going to do here is we're going to connect our backpack. So you can see I put all that item in there. And if I go to the backpack and take that off, and if I put it here, you can see, zoom, it's all imported into here. And then I can just take that back like that and put it on my back. Yeah, so it's kind of a nice, quick way to do some things here. And that way, guys, I can go and get an adventure and things and not waste a lot of time trying to get all of this stuff into my storage system. Now, you can see here, I still haven't done a lot of the upgrades yet. I mean, I have this one right here that has the item, or sorry, the iron upgrade to these. I haven't done these yet, and these could be getting full. I don't know. It says I've only got a certain amount here, but I doubt I've only used like maybe 10%. I think I've used a lot more of my space. I mean, I think everything's pretty much got stuff in it. So we may have to start to do some more of those upgrades, and I don't have those resources yet. So that's what kind of like my long-term goal right now is to get more of these iron and gold. I don't want to waste it now. I'd like to find some sort of renewable source for that, which means some sort of iron farm or something like that. But I don't have that quite yet, but I've got some ideas. So, but we're going to have to do some things first before we can do that. So let's move right along. Next, I want to try to go to the nether. So we're going to make it a flint and steel here. We're going to get some obsidian, and I grabbed a bunch earlier. So we have some of that. So we can get to the nether pretty quick. Now, I'd also want to get some of those waystones here. I have a couple of those, and I want to have that so that I can get back and forth pretty easily just by using a teleport once I find a location that I like in the nether. So I'm going to go over here, and I thought I would use this corner that's right in this corner right here, and we're going to set up the nether portal right here. And with that all set up, let's light it, and let's go to the nether. All right, there we are. We need to go deeper. Now, you can see we're in a kind of a precarious area. Actually, very precarious. There's lava all around. It's the nether, right? So I want to go down as low as I can and try to get to the lava floor. So that's kind of like the next thing I want to do. Now, this portal is here. That's fine. We can use that later. But let's go on down. And this looks like a really good spot. I'm down close to the lava floor. And we have a nice little pocket here. And so I'm going to set up, I'm going to move this block right here. I'm going to set up the waystone here. I don't want to call this lava floor. And this allows us to travel back and forth, just like this. I'll go here, I'll say go back to the Tinker Hollow base, and we are back there, and that's excellent. So we can go back and forth really easily down to the lava floor. We also have our access from the nether portal to where the nether portal is in the upper area. So why did I go down to the lava floor? Well, I want to be able to gather the lava, okay? And you may have seen this in some other videos. That's fine. I'm just going to try to do it a different way slightly. So what I need to do here is I need to basically pump out the lava, okay? So there are various pumps in here. You can see there's like the water pump and the electric pump and the steel water pump. Those are kind of cool. There's some other things in here that you can use, but the one I'm interested in, here's some mechanism ones, is this one right here. It's from Ranged Pumps. It's called, well, pretty easily, pump. So it takes some tools here. You can see it takes iron pickaxe, some obsidian, some buckets of both water and lava, and I should have gathered a bucket of lava. I didn't do that, so that's not good. So I can't get everything. It doesn't let you like tell you what ingredients you're missing for this. You have to kind of like, you know, go and get it and make sure you have everything in there. I know I've got the obsidian. I know I have the diamond block too. So I'm going to make the iron pickaxes, which are pretty easy, and get my buckets here. So let's do that really quick. Iron pickaxe. Let's just make 2 of these, and I should have that too. Why can't I do that? And looking at it, I definitely have an issue. I don't have any sticks. Go figure. So let's make up some sticks here. Let's there, we got a stack of sticks. That'll work out now. And so now when I try to go the iron pickaxe, I should be able to make that recipe. See, that's what I mean. You don't know what was missing, but now it's available. That's one thing I don't really care for, but that's the way it is. Now, I know I have some buckets here. I got a bucket of water. That's going to be okay. I need to get another bucket and of lava. So let's make a bucket first of all. Come on, I should have that. Okay, there we go. And hey, look, I can just teleport back to the lava floor and get some lava. So let's go grab that really quick. Lava floor, boom. And then we're teleported immediately there. Let's go grab it from this corner right here. And just like that, we have hot stuff. And we'll go back to the base. That's what I mean. It's so easy to get back to where we are down there and where we set up a location. All right, so we're trying to make this pump, and I should have just about everything now. So let's go in here. Let's put in pump, and let's see if it yells at me about something else. No. Now it says fill the recipe, and so we have a pump. Now what this does is, if I put this down here, you can see that it has like arrows saying it's pumping towards the top. And you can see it has energy and buckets, right? It has energy, and we have to get it some energy. So how are we going to do that? Well, there's different ways to do this, and some people have done some other ways than I'm doing, but I'm going to something what I think might be just as easy since we're definitely down in the lava area, and I thought about using a heat pump. Now or a heat generator. This thing doesn't generate a lot, but it should generate enough, and of course we're missing something. I know I have furnaces. I may need copper and osmium. So let's look up osmium. I have that in there. So do we have copper yet? No. Okay, so let's go and put it over here. And of course I needed the steaks because I'm hungry. So we'll eat that up. And we're gonna wait on this copper. How much copper did I say I needed? I think I said I needed 2, right? For the heat generator. Yeah. So we got 1 already. We're almost done. We have a second one here. And then we'll take this over there, get the heat generator made, and then we'll put this all together. Okay. Heat generator. Now what I'm missing? It says, oh, it says any planks, huh? So it's looking for like actual oak? No. Okay. This is the one problem I don't like about this is that you cannot tell what you're missing. I'm sure I have osmium. I have furnaces. I've got copper. I have iron. Let me grab it all out of this thing. So here's the copper. Those go there. And I'm kind of like replicating what the recipe is here. And I know we have iron ingots. There we go. Right? And I know we have, should be oak. This right here. Ding, ding. And it said we needed osmium, right? And a furnace. So I don't know why that recipe didn't work or why it didn't show that there, but it should have. So let's just put it in the crafting here and just see if it kind of gives it to us this way. That was really strange because I know I had all the stuff. There we go. Okay. So, and in our inventory here, we have a pump. That's good. Okay. I'm going to grab some other blocks here. And we're going to go back over to the nether. All right, we are out here in the nether. You can see I have chunk borders on because I'm trying to do this in the center of this chunk. Okay, and so we're here. And what I want to do is I'm going to have this pump placed right there in the lava, and it will gather up the lava for us. But it needs energy, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take out this block here that I just made a path to. This one right here. It Since it's already destroyed the lava, that won't matter. I'm going to put the heat generator facing this way, and so it's starting to, look at that, it's already pumping lava into this device. Just like that, we have lava being pumped up into this, and that's amazing, okay? And so it will then, you can kind of see it's kind of, oh, I like that shader, making the flow. But basically, it's basically taking the lava and it's replacing it with stone, so you don't have any empty spots and you don't have like lots of lava flows and that sort of thing, which can cause some lag issues. So I'm going to turn off the chunk borders, and we're going to let this go, and we're going to go back, and we're going to have to now figure out what we want to do with all of our lava. All right, so the goal here is to take the lava that's being stored in that pump and bring it into this dimension, into my base, so we can use it for various things, power or whatever. And I'm going to use the same way that I've seen online because I thought it was rather creative. So there are these blocks here from the mod called Entangled. And the idea is, if you don't know about the idea of quantum entanglement, is that whatever happens to one piece one place happens to the exact same piece someplace else if they're entangled together. You know, they're tangled up like, you know, a string or tangled together, right? Whatever happens to all of it. So these are the two pieces we're going to need here. This is basically the block we want to use, and this is or a target of the entanglement, and then the entangled binder. So let's make the binder first. You can see it takes 2 obsidian and 2 of the ender pearls and a diamond, and we have that, and I guess the recipe is going to work, so we can get that right there. And then we're going to have the entangled block. Okay, so this takes 4 more pearls, which we should have pearls, and obsidian and a chest, and there we have that. Okay, so this is pretty nice. Now, if we go out here and around the corner, I've set up a little bit of a space where I want to have this area, okay? And I'm going to put the entangled block not in the center, but right here. My idea is that eventually this would have the lava, and we're going to pump it out to the side and then up to this block space here, okay? So this is the target. This is where we want to have this thing done. Let's go over to the nether, and we're going to use the entangler, that option there. Let's go back to the lava floor. And you can see here, this is the entangled binder. And we're going to go right here, and we're basically going to right click on that. And you can see it says, that's not it. It's shift right click, and now you have it. There it is. So you can see how it's got the block, and we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to use that on the entangled block that we have. And that should make them both connected together. So we're going to go right here, and right there you go. And you can see it says it's entangled with the block over there, right? Now here's one other problem, is that this is entangled to someplace in the nether, and the nether will stop being chunk loaded because it's going to time out. So let's go back here and let's chunk load this particular chunk. Oh, there it gets warmer again. So if you go into, I press the E button here, we go into this space. You can go into the chunks map, I believe, the claim manager. Maybe this is it. And we got to try to figure out what chunk it is. I'm not sure. I think it's this one right out here. Let's go stand close. Okay, I'm going to do that again. The chunks claim manager, and I think, yeah, this is the chunk we want. I know which chunk it is now. I feel very precarious out there. I'm gonna go back here. Okay, let me go back into this. Okay, so that is claimed, and there I just basically shift and then left clicked on it, and you can see it says it's basically chunk loaded, force loaded down there in the bottom right says 1 of 25. So we're only gonna do this chunk. So this will always be loaded. That chunk will always be loaded. So this should always be pumping and working. Okay, let's get back to the base. So we have lava coming from the entangled block, but now we have to get it out of that. And I'd like to do some sort of buffering. I like to do buffering between different machines, and a buffer for lava would be some form of tank. So let's first figure out what tank we're going to use. And we're probably going to use the one from Mechanism because it's fairly easy to use. It's right here, the basic fluid tank, and you can see it just takes 4 iron, 4 redstone. We have that. And there we go. We have that, and that's awesome. Now we're going to need some way of piping that out. So let's look at pipes, okay? And you can see that there are machine casings. There's fluid pipes from Modern Industrialization. There's Pipes mod. This is the upgraded version of the Pipes mod, which I like to use a lot, but I'm not going to use that one. I could. Let's go look. Well, let's just look. Fluid pipe. It takes some buckets, some iron, and some redstone. This isn't a bad idea. I like that. I've used it before. I was going to use the fluid pipes from Modern Dynamics, but I don't think I have to do that. Okay, so we're going to use also from Pipes mod. Let me go to that. I think it's the wrench. There's a pipe wrench. That's part of it, I believe, from Pipes, yes. Okay, so we're going to use that. Just, you know, there's lots of different ways to do things here in Modded. Okay, so again, I wanted to have the tank going to be right up here. So I put it right here. There it is. And I'm going to feed it from the bottom. So I'm going to put one pipe down here. And you can see it connected up to both that side, and it looks like it connected up to the tank. And then what you're going to do here is with the pipe wrench, I'm going to shift and right click on that, and that brings it into extract mode. And you can see the lava is pumping from the entangled block into the tank. And I can go on here and I can look at these various options and change some things. And I don't know why I hear a skeleton, but that's okay. But you know what? We now have lava going into our tank, and we can use this lava now as much as we want. And it's going in. It's going at a decent rate, and this will just keep on running. Now, eventually, this will clear out that one chunk, and I'll have to move this. But that's easy to do. We saw we had a large lava pool at the lava floor, so that won't be a problem. So in essence, we really do have infinite lava, which means we have a lot of things we can do with what we have here. As you may have seen in some other videos, I'm going to be using this lava for using with ARS, okay? And there is a way that you can have it take the lava out and make it useful to ARS using, I believe, it's some sort of volcanic interface. I am not familiar with this, so I'm learning and doing this as I go. Well, let's just look at this thing, the volcanic source link. So basically it converts lava or the lava energy into source, which you use for ARS, which we are doing a lot of. You know, we have our little spell book and other things, so we're using some of this. But the way that I saw it, and you probably saw this as well, is with modular routers. And I honestly have never worked with modular routers. So I'm going to look at this right now, and I know we need to have the actual router. This is the device that does work. So we're going to try to get that. Now, of course, I don't have some of this stuff. So let's see, a blank module. That's easy. We got 6 of those, so that's good. And I know I probably don't have the iron bars, do I? Oh, wait, maybe I do. Okay, we got 4 modular routers. So that's the device we're going to use. And then you use this by having like program cards. Tell it what to do. So it's like this is the router, and you say different modules to say, what are you going to do? Let's do something. Just do work. And so we got to figure out what that work is. Well, the first thing is I would like it to do some sort of right-clicking on with a bucket on the tank. Okay, so look at these different things. There's activators. And I guess you can press I for more information. Simulates right-clicking blocks and entities using the items in the router's buffer. Well, that sounds exactly what we want. Okay, and so we're missing something here. It's probably a lever because I don't have any levers yet. So we'll do that, and we're probably missing dispensers. Can we make that? No. Can we make a bow? Yes. See, so I really wish it would tell you what you're missing. That would be great. Here's 1 dispenser, 2 dispensers. And so not that one. We want the activator module. And there we go. We have an activator module. Now this basically says right click on the bucket. And if I tell it the right specific thing, it should make it have an empty bucket. So then what do we want it to do? Well, let's go. Let me go get this set up right now and see how far we get. Let's do it slowly here. Let's get a bucket. This is our empty bucket. And let's go over here and let's just start the process. And we'll build this up as we go, because I'm not sure how to do that. So I'm going to say right here is the modular router. And we're going to have this work on the tank below it, right? Okay, so we're going to say, there's my card. And I'm going to, let's right click on it. Okay, so this is the card itself. Now, which direction we want it to go when it's inside of the router? We want it to go down. Okay, and I've seen the bug where it doesn't save everything. So I'm going to escape out after everything I do, so that way I know that it saves it. And we want it to be whitelist, which means I only want certain things to be passed down. Let me exit out of that, come back in. You can see it still says whitelist, and I only want to do a blank bucket or an empty bucket. And it should right click on that, and it should then take that bucket and turn it into a lava bucket, right? So that's our first step in this program. This is our program right here. And let's put a bucket in here, and it should take that, and see, it already took it down and gathered a lava bucket. Basically, it went to click, right click, I've got a bucket, right? I'm going to turn this eco mode on, which basically says if it has nothing to do, it won't keep spamming. Yeah, you can read about that. I've ever heard about that, so we're going to do that right there. Okay, so now we have a bucket here, and we're going to be using it with ARS. So let's try to figure out how we're going to use that. The item we want to use is this arcane platform. Can be placed in any direction and can be placed in place of a pedestal. This is kind of like a place where the lava bucket will be there to be presented to the volcanic things. I can't remember the name of it. So we have to make an arcane pedestal, and you can see it takes gold nuggets. We have some of that. We have source stone already, and we have source. I already apparently have this stuff from my exploring, so let's grab this. And apparently I can make more of them too. And let's make the arcane pedestal. This is where we want to have the lava go. So how now with modular routers are we going to get the block to be placed, okay? But we are sending a block and pulling a block, okay? So basically we want to get, first of all, the sender. And you can see here, it just takes a piston. So let's make a quick piston like that. And we'll have the sender, okay? And we're going to go over here and set that up. So let's go back over to our section here. And we have, let me grab that out real quick. And we're going to the sender module. So we're going to go up. I'm going to exit out, go back. We're going to go whitelist, exit out and go back. Now we know that's stored for sure. And we are going to take the lava bucket. We're going to say basically sending a full lava bucket only up. Okay. So if I put this into here, make sure that's off. It should figure that out if I put the lava bucket in here. And it should appear right on top of that block. Go quickly. There it is. Okay. So in essence, we've just taken this bucket here. Now this bucket will start to be consumed by the ARS volcanic thing that I can't remember what the name of it is. What is the name? Put a link or put a comment down in the links. No, put a comment down in the comment section. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I get tongue-tied. Tongue-twisted tied. See, I can't even say that. Anyway, so we're going to make that card, which, we're going to make a card then that once this lava gets consumed, it pulls the bucket back in, which brings it in here, and then it repeats the whole thing, okay? So we need a couple of things here. We need a volcanic thing that I can't remember. So let's grab that. One of these. We're going to make more of these, but basically, it takes a lava bucket. Well, hey, we can do that really quick. We just got to get a bucket. There we go. Let me go, and I have the lava right over here, right? See, so I can just go over here and take a bucket, and it's in my hand. I like how it's using it as a light source. That's kind of cool. So again, we're doing the volcanic source link, that thing, and we need to have source stuff and gold nuggets. Do we not have source gems? Ooh, I thought we had like a bunch of source gems. I do, and I have that. Do I not have gold? We have a lot of gold, so why is it saying no? Maybe it's because of my interface. Anyway, so what this does is it does use and consume up the lava. So if I put this right over here, you can see how it took that out, and now this this bucket is now empty, and that's what we want to see. So the next thing we have to do is we use the sender to send it back. We need to have a puller to pull that item back. So let's go grab a puller. And we'll configure that up. So it's a puller, which is the puller. Okay. And it takes a sticky piston, which we should be able to do because I do have some slime. Now, I don't have a lot of slime, but I think I have enough. So we have the puller module. There we go. And I'm going to get a bucket just so I have an empty bucket so we can program it without removing it from the machine. Philander through just made a thing. Where did it go? That's kind of nice. All right. So here's our card, the puller module. And again, we're pulling from the upside. We're going to whitelist, and I only want to pull empty buckets. Okay, so now if I take this and I put this into this program here, it should pull that bucket. There it went. It's processing. You can see how it's basically going through and just getting buckets of lava and processing until the volcanic source link is completely full. So this will just keep on going forever, and all I need to do is, periodically, is move the lava source. Now that I have the 4 volcanic source links, I remember to say it by looking over and seeing that at the top what it says. They have all filled up. They're just waiting to consume this bucket. And so what we want to do now is we want to convert that into the into a source jar. So we have the sources available to us. It's kind of like a source battery, if you will. So let's go with a source jar. And we're going to go with this one right here, the source jar. Now, it takes archwood slabs. I know I've got that because I kind of made that in a couple episodes ago, and some glass blocks. I should have that. And I believe all I need is just place this, and the volcanic source links will send automatically to it. So I'm going to put it right here on the bottom of this post. And there they go. They're filling that up. It's already 40% full, and they should start consuming the, you can see it is consuming that. That's kind of cool. Let's go back into modular routers. It is on eco mode, but so it's going to try. But already we have 100% of the source in the source jar, and that's pretty amazing. So this thing will just continue to run, and we have this source, which is used for lots of different things, crafting inside of ARS and other things. It's used as kind of like a resource, and now we have a plentiful supply of that. So using ARS, one of the main resources they have are these source gems, and you can see I only have 5 of those left. These can be used to make source blocks. You can see it's got a source gem block, but that takes 4, so I can make 1 block and I have 1 extra. That's not a lot, right? So what I want to do is I want to be able to make more, and that's where that source we have is useful. But we're going to have to use another device here. So if you get an imbuement chamber, I believe it is, it just takes archwood planks and gold, and it looks like I don't have enough archwood planks. So let's get some of that. I know I've got archwood, so I just probably don't have enough planks. Let's just get that. There we go. Okay. So if we get an imbuement chamber like this, and you take it and you bring that, and if you have lapis, you can get source. And I'm gonna have to get more lapis, that's for sure, but I have enough here. So I might put this over by this section right here so that we know that it's close to the source that's already there. And if I put a lapis in there, you can see it's bouncing around. It's probably taking source from there. It is. You can see it went down a little bit, and you can see it's kind of like transferring. I am out exploring right now. Oh, that wolf just killed that sheep. I'll take that. Thank you. So I'm out exploring, looking for flashing archwood logs. Now the archwood logs, if you don't know, there are various trees, and they have like little swirls on the log parts, and there are a few different types. Well, the flashing one is kind of a yellowish color. Think of it like lightning, so it's yellow, and I'm trying to find some. I'm also just kind of exploring as I go, see if I see things. Like here's a sign that doesn't say anything at all. But I'm just slowly looking around, see if I can find a tree, because I need it for the next step that I want to do for this episode. It's yellow. It's got a whole bunch of these like swirls, and this is the flashing archwood log or tree that we need. So I'm going to see if I can get this, and I hope that it gives me some saplings so we don't have to keep looking around for it. Okay, let's go back in here. Did we get anything on there? No. So we'll see. Go up here and grab the rest of this. Here we go. We're going to pull this on down, and it should just, there it goes. It went all the way, and we're going to gather all that up. And I see the saplings, so that's good. So we should be able to gather that up and make those trees later on, okay? This base here, if you haven't seen it, of course you've seen it the whole episode, it's got some high mountains, and it's going to be a pain going up and down and up and down. And I would like to work with some of this higher spaces, thinking like bridges going across and other like things going on up there. So having flight would be useful. So let's go look at flight here. I just put in flight, and this right here is from Ars Nouveau, which we've been working with, and this is a tablet of flight, okay? Now let's go click on that. Now they have 2 different recipes here, and you can see this one takes vexing archwood, which I think we have that, but it takes 3 of the wilden wings, 2 diamonds and a pearl. We have all of that, but you notice I can't do anything, and I think it, and I do know now, it's because we don't have enough wilden wings, okay? But this one only takes 1 and 2 diamonds and a feather. We have all that, but we didn't have flashing archwood logs. So that's why I went out there to get that. And you can see it's active, which is kind of cool. So let's get this. Now we have the tablet of flight. So let's try to do this right now. We need to get an arcane pedestal, which I have enough for that. And then we still probably have gold. It's probably the source block, but we have a bunch of source now, right? So let's see. Can I make a source block? Oh, can't type. The microphone's in the way of my keyboard, and yes, it is. Okay, so there we go. We have a source gem block, so we should be able to make a brazier, right? Okay, there it is. And I think that's all we need to do. And I have never done this before. I've only done with what I've seen online. So let's set this stuff up over here maybe. Will this work? Let's put it right next to that, and let's see if that works. It says awaiting activation. How do you activate? Ah, there it is. Now it's running. I just right-clicked it and activated it. And I believe that gives us flight, right? Oh, yes. Look at this. We are flying around in my base. I don't know if it has a certain range. If it does, we're going to die. But now I can fly around in my base, and you can see up in the top left by the mini-map, I've got a little icon which shows that it's working. And I believe what this is doing is taking source from our source jar and, yeah, giving us the ability to fly. Look at that. We're flying around our base, and I have like little animations like I'm Superman. This is great. All right, guys, this has been a kind of a fun adventure for me. Some of it I didn't know, some of it I did know. A lot of it I took from other people out there, like Chosen Architect, who has done this series. He goes very fast on his videos, though, so I'll probably be doing this for months after he's been done. But it gives me some nice ideas for things, and I thought with this base, having flight was a good thing to have, so I just went kind of like the same thing he did. Changed it up a little bit here where I could with what I'm familiar with, but and learning some new things, like a whole lot of stuff with ARS. So yeah, I think it's really good. I'm not sure where we're going to go with next, but I definitely want to do some building and some construction. I also want to go see how the other people on the server are doing, because, you know, they're doing their own thing too. And we're going to probably do that in the next episode. So anyway, guys, speaking of episodes, I hope you liked this episode, because, yeah, I've been working on it since I got up this morning, and the coffee's all gone, and I'm starting to feel it. But I got a lot of energy right now. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you have any comments, put them down in the comment section. And if you'd like to be notified of these videos that I produce, please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you get all of the notifications. Yes. And tell all your friends. And, you know, go over to my Discord, join the Discord. Go, you know, go over to Twitch. You know, go to all the places that I perform and do things for you. And hang out with me. I would like to have some more comments and people hanging out on Twitch. And, you know, just let's just get this community growing, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.